Kyle has played and further injured several players this year. Do you think he's lost the team? Could this affect the ability to recruit free agents?
Grant and I are in no position to say if he's lost the team because I'm not connected anymore and Grant is not in the building. He's on Zoom. So there is no way that we could say he's lost the team. My guess is he has not lost the team. And my guess is that people will want to come to the 49ers and play for him. That's my gut feeling.
It's an interesting question. Free agent quarterback. You look at the Niners, you think Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, a run game that's good when healthy, good defense, Kyle Shanahan, I want to go there. Or do you look at it and be like, ooh, look at that offensive line. What happened to Jimmy? Look what happened to Nick. Maybe I don't want to go there. I don't know. But that's not really an issue of Kyle losing the team. That's just an issue of the offensive line.
Yeah, and you know what happens when they talk to free agents? They'll say, we're a little concerned because your offensive line. Say, you know what? Don't worry about it. We understand. We're gonna work on it, whether they do or not. Right. They'll say, don't worry about that.
Yeah. Well, I think Kyle Shanahan sees it that way. I think what he's thinking is, why do I have to stick around with Jimmy Garoppolo? He was the best we could do in 2017, but now who wouldn't want to play for this offense? Throw the ball to Kittle and hand off to Mostert. Right. Well, Mike McGlinchey's on the team still. And when I asked, here's the thing about Kyle too. He had Mike McGlinchey's back. I said, have you considered benching Mike McGlinchey? And he said, no, absolutely not. And he's not had his best year, but great. Stand up for your player. But then he goes too far and said, we do it all over again, drafted him number 9. I didn't ask that. I didn't say, would you do it all over again? He just said it. It sounds crazy.
Okay.
It sounds crazy.
I have something to say about that.
Yeah.
First of all, he brought it up himself. Someone wrote that you tried to trap him. You never asked that. He trapped himself.
Yeah.
He brought it up when there was no reason to do it. And if he really believes that they would do it again, it just shows how arrogant he is.
Exactly.
That in spite of all the evidence, I'm right. In spite of all the empirical evidence and the videos that Grant puts up weekly, I'm right. So, aside from the fact that he seems to have trouble learning, or maybe one of the reasons he has trouble learning is he's so arrogant. You don't really think of quiet, kind of self-effacing people as arrogant. But Iggy, I think he's very arrogant. And that's the other thing. I don't think Bill Walsh was arrogant. I could, when Bill and I would talk about boxing, we would argue all the time. I don't mean argue. We would in a friendly way, disagree. He wasn't arrogant, like I'm right because I'm Bill Walsh. Yeah. This guy is arrogant. I drafted the guy 9, so he's great. Ipso facto, he's great. No, actually, he sucks, Kyle. And if you had it to do over again, you should do something else.
Yes. And saying you would do it over again doesn't make your fan base confident in you. That's not what they want to hear. Come on. Would you take Solomon Thomas number 3 again as well? Are you going to double down on that one? That's what I'm saying. He's never made the wrong decision in his life, according to him. Every decision he's made, he stands behind. I wish I was that confident.
You're not?
I wish I could say I've done everything right and there's nothing I would do over again in my life. There's a whole lot that I've gotten wrong. Every day. And I know it, and it eats me up inside.
Can I tell you something? This is a funny thing about getting old. Now I'm 75, and you have so much life to look back on. This is not football. This is life.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, I wake up in the middle of the night, and I can't fall back asleep, and I find myself regretting things. I wish I had been nicer to him. I wish I'd been nicer to her. If I had it to do over again, I would. And you can't. You know what I mean? You can't. But I find that I have regrets. Now, I know my wife, she's not Jewish, so she doesn't have that stuff. She doesn't spend her life looking back. She spends her life in the moment and looking forward. And I think you are actually that way, aren't you, Iggy? Look in the moment.
Yes, I have heard temperament. Yes.
Not mine.
No, not at all. You're the designated worrier in the house. Me and my mom, he's got that. Let him handle that. No, we don't do that. You kidding? No. We're from California. You're a New Yorker. Maybe it's part of that too. Why would you be out here?